All right, I think it's finally working. Jesus Christ. That took a bit to get going. Copy. Boink. Okay, we're live. Man, we'll find out. I don't know. Everything's up in the air at this point. Could be, I could not be. Who can say? You know, who can say? Concurrent viewers, chat rate, playbacks. I got 3 people here. I've got 3 people. There we go. Kansai. Start officially in like 5 minutes, I think, once people are actually here. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. Probably in the 2 to 3 hour range, but God knows I've done longer, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Everything's kind of up in the air right now. How's everyone doing tonight? Have you all succumbed to your Lord and Savior Sylvanus yet? Because that's what's important. No, that's what's important. Hey! I still need to watch the, Still need to... I don't know. I still need to play the Celeste DLC. I still need to finish Bloodstained. I might stream Bloodstained tomorrow. It's sometime in the morning, maybe? I'm not sure yet. No, probably won't. I just really want to play Bloodstained. Because I like that game a lot. And I haven't gotten around to like actually finishing it. Just have some music playing right now. Whoa. I can do that if I want to freak everyone out. I'm starting in like 3 minutes. I'm just kind of waiting and making sure everything's like good to go. Whoa. What's this playlist? Ha ha! There's Spotify playlists for on repeat, the songs you can't get enough of right now. And the #1 song is Kiss from a Rose. That's pretty cool. The Other Side, Pinball Wizard, Do It All the Time. Here, I can... This is my repeat playlist. Silver for Monsters. This is a combat song from D&D. And then this is But I also got repeat rewind. So these are songs that I couldn't get enough of in the past. The number one being an ambient song, which is very interesting. It's from The Witcher. What song did I use this song? I also got this, which isn't the real song, but it's a very good song. Light of the Seven. Any Color You Like is the number one song I have on repeat from Pink Floyd. That's my least favorite song on the album. Why is it Eclipse on here? This is cool. Okay, we'll start the stream here. To love yourself. I'm gonna grab myself a glass of orange juice. By the way, Sam, I'm stealing your orange juice and I'll buy you more tomorrow. Also, on Monday. No, I'm gonna get pulp and then strain it. On Monday, I probably will, but honestly, like, it's a little bit up in the air right now, just because I don't know if I have enough time. I don't know. I might start the game a little bit late, but in exchange, I will make you all homemade macaroni and cheese. So, you know, checks and swings and roundabouts, or swings and rimble dimble doos. I know you can't make it Monday, but you also can't eat my mac and cheese. So. I think we're doing like Monday and Friday for D&D, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do it for Friday instead. We'll see. Alright, guys, here we go. Okay. Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said he'd be fine. As long as you're there, Trucy. That was a weird cadence. I didn't say that right at all. Yes. Fine. We'll be fine. Here comes justice! I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh, do some now. I want to see, here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Ah! Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I can. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. I don't remember this guy's voice.
Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here.
See, that's the difference between you and me, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. How old is this kid? Am I doing the right? I have like every character's 19. We'll go with that.
You've absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I haven't had a real talk with my client. Yeah, well, he's a bitch. Alright, bye, Sam. Oh! Whoa! It's him! Let me turn this down just a tad. I am streaming my stream and not the fucking thing. Whoopsies. Here we are. Sound settings. Let's turn that down just a tad. Let's turn it down a little bit more. Not getting rid of that judge for some time. Fuck.
Court is now session for the trial of walkie-talkie.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready to rock and roll, Judge.
Ah, it's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Clavier. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band, you know that little band I started in my free time? The thing is, we got popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might be distraught over that one trial.
Not worry, Your Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in the court for the world. Fuck, man. Fuck! Goddamn Germans! Go the fucking back to Germany. That's a racist thing to say. I'm not a racist for anyone tuning in. I'm not racist. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts? Yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength? As a little boy who bested my brother. I mean, I didn't really best your brother. It was really Phoenix. Just kind of showing up randomly on the defense stand, whatever the fuck. It was worth cancelling a show or two.
Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking. Is the air in this room not a bit, serious?
It is a court of law.
That's no way to get a crowd jumping, Air Judds.
They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom.
Achung, baby! Today we play it my way. Never mind, I love him. Never mind, I love him. He's the best. He's the best prosecutor. And I am ready. Achtung. Tung? I don't know. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The music in this game is really good so far. The victim, Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you're able to glare at anyone, Air Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court.
Nine! Not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up. What is happening? This dude's a fucking show! So I'm telling Sam to check out Clavier. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear I could see the guitar for a second.
What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic? Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What's this, 6x9? Haha! Just rewind like 3 minutes or so and see what he does. He's a fucking G. Just keep going until he does the thing. You'll know the thing when you see it. What? What is right? They always say that on stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime.
It's not unusual. Judge, we've been through this before, like at least 15 times.
So, you son of the defendant, Waki, are you?
I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kitaki. Fuck! You step to a Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you'd best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Rocky sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Yeah, this dude's a G. This dude's awesome.
Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself.
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about a half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doctor to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
You're saying you were one of the victim's patients?
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing, that doc was whack.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. Okay. So, one thing I don't know yet is, do I have to keep an eye out for tells right now? Or is it something that's going to be prompted to me? I don't know yet. Because that looks suspicious. Yeah. Okay. Well, there won't be any get-go if we don't get some more information. Right. First, gather the facts. Time enough for despair later. Okay, so I guess we'll start... We'll press there. So you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rivals family. That's when I pulled the jack move. Ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there?
Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth, but I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just stored in my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it went for that whack dog. I couldn't even take out the stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Where are we at right now? Okay. Tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops on his dad. So that was about January. Let's press there. So this bullet is still... You know what? I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Hello, Austin.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice.
Word, G-Man. Word, no accident, that's for shizzle. There's a lot in this first thing. You figured it out that day, so you had no idea until then. But after a year, I didn't know it's a thing. What? You had a bullet in your chest and you didn't know? Heh. Takes more than a bullet to bring me down, Holmes. How many bullets does it take? You went to his pad. Did you have an appointment to meet with the victim? In the park, perhaps? You out of your mind? Who makes an appointment to get the drop on someone? I came ready to fight my way into that clinic of his. Shortest way to the clinic from my place is through that park. Know what I'm saying? He's right. That does seem to be the shortest path. There I was, cold walking through the park. When he comes popping up out of nowhere right before my eyes. I figured someone up on high was looking out for me. Know what I'm saying? That sounds bad right from the get-go. Well, there won't be any... Oh, okay. Okay. Fuck, man. Where do I begin with this? Okay. I'm just gonna press everything. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy locks? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker. Plain simple. By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a score to settle with his doctor? Besides you, I mean. You better ask somebody else, Holmes. Why do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight gangster style.
But why were you so mad at this doctor?
Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, G-Man. Yikes. Not a lot to go on. Can I do profiles? Nope. That sucks. So do I... No. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, fucking... I fucked up something here. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
Sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide this mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. Oh, okay.
It seems that there were issues with this doctor.
Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo, Backstreet.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, our Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way! That's whacked! There's proof. Your checkup report. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You were almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
Started?
We've had enough of a warm-up act. Yeah, time to hear from the witness. Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy?
What?
So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Where do I start with them like this?
Oh, my name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you mean profit society at large and support a livelihood, under which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we can see that our confusion is not just stalled, per se, but derives instead from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought, by which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... El Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw the night of the crime.
You ask quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes, and each are designed to receive and interpret data, sending images to the form of signals to the...
I'm actually really sad that they didn't commit to that.
That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping, when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead.
Was there anyone else in the park at the time?
I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
Court accepts this into evidence. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
On the way home from shopping, you say. Why go through the park?
Ah, a fascinating inquiry. Revealing me capable of being... Jesus Christ. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I'm capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to ergo the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes, 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are of the verbal category, admittedly not much.
That's enough. I get the idea.
Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month.
Please, I have a recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform. Geez, sorry you're all so busy. Were these men talking by any chance?
Ah, now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, you lied to me, oh, and I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine, pal.
It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart.
If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony.
Sounds like he heard them clearly enough to me.
Might I be allowed to amend my testimony?
What now?
To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Ooh. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes.
And this relates to your testimony how?
I mentioned this to illustrate my predisposition to which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth, too. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Also, a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider that the pistol, let us call it Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A. I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly. My bad's for a normal witness. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Aha! A contradiction! Finally! Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. I didn't check the court record. Shouldn't have done that. Good eyes, Your Justice. You're cool. Real cool. You really think so? Yet there's no reason why the shots had to have been fired at night.
Meaning?
This pistol came from the Kataki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not even reasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night, but during perhaps another altercation. He's got a point. Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before you even spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make the biggest mistakes when we're most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it. We get the testimony of the listen.
Objection!
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels,
Yeah. Hello? Yay! I think it worked.
The light hits the moon of the gray.
I'm actually surprised that worked. I'll have to keep that in mind. Alright. I hate to turn the song off because it's a really good song, but I gotta go. Alright, let's get in with it.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. "Cease this at once, you two!" I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out, whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
I see, so you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. But that doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
That does seem to be the case.
Witness the power of a junior in the Ivy University's Department of Science.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. "Cease this at once, you two," I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I like that contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. "Cease this at once, you two," I cried with composure. Turning in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. The knife? I think I present this. Because the knife was found with fingerprints on it, and the fingerprints were wiped clean of the gun. So we didn't have time to wipe it. Yeah, okay. Wait a second.
Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Come again?
Wait a second, you say. A second. Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/60th of a minute. That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds, that...
Mr. Justice!
Yes, Your Honor?
Am I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second?
Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it.
A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints.
Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
Ooh!
Ah, the little girl sticking it is a university student. There's a sergeant there. I'm not little.
Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein?
Eh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Well, Mr. Justice?
Could the killer have been wearing gloves?
No way! The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime.
He's the murderer, just so we all know, right? This guy's the murderer.
Strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of.
That sounds... Whoa, I got my voices crossed. That sounds solid to me. Well, Air Forehead, any of your precious objections? What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work.
You know, only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he said just now, he said that he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away. You're right. He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my youth I was seized by the teacher that posted on the blackboard and the appellation Paul might be prefixed as my name, we choose...
I can't. That was too quick.
What we can say for sure is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking.
I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Your pretty face. Fuck me, Gavin.
Perhaps you can inform the court as the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late-night movie last night.
Great, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it.
His prints?
This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves.
Indeed.
Oh, Air Forehead? You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. Huh? One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie-Talkie. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
Indeed.
Never underestimate a Gavin as the lesson. Never underestimate a Gavin as the lesson here.
This court is of the opinion that a witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please.
It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up with him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if there were a probable solution at all. Situation at all. Yet here you are assuming that my assumption is no better.
What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else.
Why didn't you chase the killer?
He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done then when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. The testimony earlier not proves the defendant's presence at the scene. And do we not also know now that there was no one else? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice?
I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. From shot to call. Could I ever leave the scene? Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Use my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. Okay, let's see here. I cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene. Nor can I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I use a cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could have happened at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing.
It was late night. It is not odd to think there would be a few people around the park.
So we just stood there watching? Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you got something to say, by all means, say it. This witness is way too selfish. Oh, we got it. Cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene. I'll just press here. It does. It does look like Wierkowski. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kataki mansion. Ashtung! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. How did he know that's where I was going? Trucy, what are you doing? Wake up! I need you! You were certainly composed for someone who just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Hayden needs Trucy's interdimensional panties. I can't believe that's a fucking sentence. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. Simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's going to cry. I can't find a single problem with the testimony. Had enough at last, there, forehead. Maybe it's time to back off a bit? No! The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor.
Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well, you may continue with the cross-examination. Oh. Wait, what?
Do I back up? Like, that seems insane to me. If I press here, does he say something? Maybe there isn't anything to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, our forehead. We don't have enough to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? Should I back off? I guess I back off. Ugh. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all.
It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony.
There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No. No!
Seems we come to the end of the line here.
No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. There you are, forehead.
I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant walkie-talkie.
What? I'm not ready for this! It took it. What the fuck? It took. What? It took 2 games! It took 2 games! It took 2 whole games to get Maya to a point where she could be fucking kidnapped! We're 1 case in and Trucy's already about to fucking stab her! What? Trucy?
Nobody move. Well, what's the meaning of this? Who are you? There will be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis?
The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters?
If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say.
I know I got these scars.
Adjourn the court for 20 minutes.
What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of...
Our judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess. 20 minutes or I promise you you'll regret it. Wait! How did he disappear so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo! What? How did you hear that? Who said that? When did she say that?
I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man.
What the ever-loving fuck?
Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show.
Trucy, you're okay? I thought...
Oh my god!
Don't cry, Apollo! Those good-for-nothing gangsters! There are some things you just don't do! I'm pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo! Or else...
I'll need to see that animation again. I need to see that animation again. What the fuck? Chris, can you please go get me? Oh no, I need to see it. I'll pull it up. Trucy mannequin gif Apollo. I need to find this. I want to see the whole thing. I want to see it all come out. Oh my god, please, can I see the whole thing? Yes, there it is. I'm like fascinated with this whole thing. He does look like Professor Layton. I am noticing that. She like whips out and then he grabs the hat. Oh my god, she's the best. I love this. I love her. Also, yeah, nice job doing it right in front of the 2 fucking security guards. What the fuck? They're right there.
What the heck is that? Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat.
You look marvelous, darling.
What kind of... You look marvelous. Yeah, let's shift it down. You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I'm a big hit. Ha ha ha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean you... Trucy! There are just some things you don't do!
I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here. Huh? Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son. But the testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over, except unless you do it within like 3 years, because you can reopen the case, I guess? DL6? I don't know, whatever. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more staged abductions, please. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the time there was a contradiction? I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember them exactly. Good thing I do. There were 2 times when he made statements he just wasn't confident in. And each time there was a contradiction. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man at the stand, pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. He paused the page turning? He said the man tossed aside a pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does it help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Holy shit, this game is smart. Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled the corner of a page of his book. How am I supposed to see that? Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? always sat next to Daddy during big matches. That's sketch. I could see what his opponents were feeling. You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? He's not cheating, officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything, and I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker, after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long. Great, so he cheated, but what does that do for us? I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that! You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth. Watch a testimony. Perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose. Not true! Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up! Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yes, he smiled and he said that we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy. Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Trying to show this court what it's made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it. Apollo! You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah! He's the best! He's my favorite. I love him.
Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired.
Right. I haven't heard you say daddy this much since I met you. Holy crapoli, that's crazy.
Court is now back in session.
Right, we're fine.
I'd like to say to the young lady. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat?
Ah, right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that.
You settled that?
Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fraulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now do you see it? Now you don't. Am I right?
I think he's on to me.
I wish he would stop being so cool. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something.
There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time.
Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget Apollo. Wait, when he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
Wow, I did not know that he had to be so... Jesus Christ. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. There. The police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later. I saw no one else. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only were that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Lick the book! Oh! What's this? My bracelet? Ah! What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. From shot to call. Hold it! So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it! Wait, you mean his habit?
Don't forget Apollo.
When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. Wow, you just fucking told me that. The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means that this is the place to look for this habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. No, what? It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you were talking about, Yusi, but I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet as it reacts to the testimony. What? What? What's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. Those sweet, luscious lips, those long eyelashes. I can see nothing else. I can hear nothing else. Apollo, I thought you just said you could hear nothing else. Choose it. What's happening to me? This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. Well, that's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right? Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book. You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. I'll bet they are. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand? You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place. She's right, I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. Oh, Jesus, okay. Let's just go right down. Oh, I can't see his penis. Damn it. There we are. Perfect, now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive. Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page. That's right, that's your signal to look closer. To perceive. Find his weak spot and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true Pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers. Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again. Right, look out, nervous twitch. Here comes justice. Here we go. Use my... Oh my god. I actually think that's awesome. Whoa! That's so cool! That's awesome! This game is so cool! Oh my god, I fucking love this game, dude. Gotcha! So I just like stood there fucking staring at this dude really hard and then screamed, gotcha! I saw it. Just now I could see it.
Me, Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? Oh, this banging of the desks, it's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Ask to see his phone. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone.
Why? Whatever for?
Show me and you'll find out.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it?
Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
Yeah, where did you get that?
That's the phone from yesterday. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. Oh, sorry. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment?
Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this?
This cell phone was found yesterday in the Miraculous Clinic garage.
The Miraculous? Why, that's where the victim lived.
Yeah, that's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
Whoa! It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from the public payphone.
A payphone, so you didn't call on your cell phone after all. Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, it indicated with a startlingly high degree of startlingly high degree of accuracy. It was right around here.
That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone, because it was found in the victim's garage.
What are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some sort of crime, as though I were trying to kill him.
Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true, I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night.
Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? I think that. Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? Of course I have evidence. Oh, I like your swagger, Air Forehead. Hit it.
Court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say.
The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of murder is just gonna make sure, do a couple round. Has to be that. Yeah, it's gotta be that. That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder.
An accident?
An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside of People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian.
What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which means that it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in the garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was just lying on the ground right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this was in that garage. Was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. The music in this game is really good. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night.
This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice.
Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus? Pal Maractus. Fucking Pal Maractus. Fucking Pal Maractus. Hold on, where is he? Pal Maractus. Malpractice. Oh, I just got that. It's malpractice. God damn it. Fucking. Oh, that's fucking up. Oh, ignore it. I promise. It's malpractice. It's. Oh, God. God damn it.
No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something.
I suppose that this verse saying is no connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Maractus. That is other than this. Other than this.
I believe our next testimony will be more revelatory. Is the witness prepared?
Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Come on, Trucy. Come on, Truce. Come on, Truce. You got this.
That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand. Oh, this clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene.
So, but that doesn't explain where your phone got there.
Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Oh, yes. Well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It is quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please.
That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around. Right. No problem. I hope. Here comes justice. God damn it. Stickler's truth. One night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. When I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. This part of the testimony is the key. I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? I think... What do we want to hear about? What do we want to hear about? The nude stand? Sure, let's do nude stand. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand?
Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said... noodle.
Yes, that was it. Boom, got him. Fucking locked it in. Let's check the right side. I know it's gonna be it. Yep. Eldoon. Because from this side, from the right side, the side that you would have seen it from, it says Eldoon. But it says noodle on this side, the left side. Holy shit. I'm so fucking intelligent. Also, nice job, Chris. Nice catch.
Yes, that was it. For remembering something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice?
What about that sign? Could that be important? Very important. Boom. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony.
Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Some apply to the school merely for the taste of our smart noodles.
I wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. I remember the sign on the stand the victim was pulling. It said noodle. Present noodle stand. Objection! Objection! And you're absolutely sure the sign's read noodle.
Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have a good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read, without a doubt, noodle.
I see.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the stand, and to carefully read what the sign says. See, the sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoons.
Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely noodle for sure. Positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight.
I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims?
What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot.
The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Here? Say there. The witness was standing here, on the opposite side.
How do you know that?
When viewed from the south,
The sign on the stand reads L Dunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand.
Oh, this side says Noodle.
Exactly, the name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south.
You got me.
So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? It makes no difference at all.
He's right. Travel far enough to the south and you'll end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions randomly without meaning.
Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy. Remember his testimony from before. Though to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
Oh, yes, I love this.
This is the best part of this game. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point, the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him right in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, the bullet would have to hit his left temple. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fraulein.
What meaning?
The injury wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. That's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself.
Order.
Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Cease flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Oh, that's a slick animation. Clarify 1 point for me if you read forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? I love Trudy. Also, you're fucking wrong and I hate you. Don't ever fucking slander Maya again. Never fucking slander Maya in my chat. Can I fucking kick you for 5 minutes? Put user in timeout. No! Oh! I didn't mean to do that! I did. Oh, man. Oh, man. What the fuck? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, man. Okay. Whoops. That's what you get for slandering Maya in my chat. You never fucking slander Maya again. I don't want to hear that shit. Get that shit out of my chat. Holy shit, that was something else. Is that a pit? Can I fucking clip that?
Oh, I actually can clip it. I can actually clip this. Oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay. Holy crap. That was funny. Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer.
No, please, looks aside, a really nice guy. All my friends say so. I have black friends.
Let's hear what the defense has to say.
What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? He's the only... Should I do it? What do you think, Chris? Should I do it? Penny snatching? I mean, we might as well go the whole hog for murder, I guess. I accuse Mr. Stickler of murder. Are you quite sure, I have forehead? Yes, yes. Accused of murder. Only 3 words, but a very, very long sentence. You have evidence worthy of such a bold accusation, I hope? No? Maybe I better think this over some more? A wise decision. Really? No? But he... But he killed... Oh, he's the panty snatcher! Oh! I don't think Wesley Sticker's a killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now.
The word confession isn't in my dictionary.
Yeah, forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate our Stickler's silence.
Mr. Justice, you did just say that you were accusing the
Oh, Lord, orange juice.
You accusing the witness just now? For a crime other than murder, your reason. The court's all ears.
I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime?
Your evidence. The court's all eyes, Justice. So is evidence that points to the witness' involvement in a crime.
Which one do I do? I'll do the panties, the first one, jerseys. The evidence is this.
What is that? Women's underwear?
Hey, those are mine.
Don't look at me like that.
Order. Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock,
It's not what it seems by Pythagoras.
Pythagoras filth. Jesus Christ. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree.
Please hear me out. It's not what it looks like.
I mean, do either of us give a shit about this? Oh, shit! No! I left ice cream just sitting on the floor. It's been there for like 2 hours. I had two boxes of like ice cream bars and stuff. Oh my god. My cat's like screaming. Yeah, it's been there for like 2 hours. The Smartie cones are very soft, but the caramel things seem alright. Hold on one second, my cat's screaming. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I need to go clean the cat's litter box because I think she's having a shit fit. So I'm going to take a quick recess, as the Colt might say. Properties. BRB. Just pause that and I'll let some music run for you guys.
Hello? Oh wait, why is it so on?
There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me, you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Now won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become a large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I can feel you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. Yes, I can pay you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Ooh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
Go ahead and bark after dark, fallen star, I'm your one call away. Motel halls, neon walls, when night falls, I am your escape. When you lay alone, I ache. Something I wanted to feel. If you've been waiting for falling in love, baby, you don't have to wait on me. absurdity. Souls that dream alone lie awake. I'll give you something so real. If you've been waiting for falling in love, baby, you don't have to wait on me. 'Cause I've been aiming for heaven above, but an angel ain't what I need. Hold me oh so close, 'cause you never know just how long our lives will be. If you've been waiting for falling in love, baby, you don't have to wait on me. 'Cause I've been aiming for heaven above, but an angel ain't what I need.
Okay, I'm back. Let's give it 20 seconds for the song to finish, because I hate to leave that unfinished. Fucking love that song. It's a good song. Okay, well, holy crapoly, here we go. Back again. Jesus Christ. How do I even, like... gee, this is going to be a weird case. Where was I? Right here. Get rid of you. Back to this. Boom.
Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed.
It's not what it seems.
So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments?
Perhaps you are not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiancy.
Your point?
I'm not done now that I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach about curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge to science and a mystery?
Wow, he's a virgin, isn't he? Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here.
No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land.
Wow, he's straight up a virgin. Oh my god.
From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science.
Wow, oh my god. Holy crap.
A full-size car tire was the only first mystery those panties revealed.
Tire?
Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled the tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First it was a tire, then a stew pot, and then a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar. Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick. He's a turbo virgin.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics.
Broom and a frozen Trucy. Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits?
But Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick.
You say panties, but they are so much more than that. For me, they are an object for serious study.
I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatching in the area. Were they all you?
I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. Even that night she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is the night that will seize the truth that lies within those panties. Yet woe was I, for once again the lacy harp had a true slip to my fingers and...
Still, that leaves one thing unexplained.
Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie. Yes, the witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but it was in fact to the north. I bet he doesn't even have I bet he hasn't even kissed someone yet.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that?
Be my guest, Air Forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Apollo, there's something about the way the diagram is arranged right now.
When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler is standing, isn't there a...
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location?
What? What's there? A bin? A garbage can. Garbage can. He was hiding in the he was hiding in the garbage can. He was hiding in the garbage can. Why? The evidence that shows why he lied is this.
What? More panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket there, forehead? These are the last, honest. God, these were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood.
Mr. Stickler, you didn't.
Alas, I am a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties.
So these panties are your handiwork as well?
That night, I had been chased, hounded into the miraculous clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
Believe me, I'd rather not.
I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant mansion, a giant pair of panties.
Apparently, he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob.
I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home.
Oh, what the hell? That's weird. Okay. Okay, that was definitely weird. I don't know what just happened.
I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial.
One last thing, if I might.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin?
Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Walkie-Talkie, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at his victim. One more thing. Walkie-Talkie has a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant Walkie-Talkie is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there is no one else at the scene of at the time. Yet the mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution.
Yeah, baby. No problem.
Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned.
To be continued. Do I want to start in... Do I want to do the next area? Sure. I'll go until 12. I'll cut it off at 12. 12 at the latest. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive. Really? I had fun. And Walkie made it through the day, too. Everyone was too obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. But it was a good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Alright, folks, I'll be in there all week. That's about enough of him. Hello? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Walkie will be okay? Well, he's not guilty yet.
Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month.
Oh, congratulations.
Way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Are you sure about marrying into the Kataki family?
I'm fine with it, and I love Waki with all my heart.
Oh, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be married to the mob?
I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Waki first meet anyways?
Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections.
Oh, we met at my old job, actually.
Oh, office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she?
Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business?
Really? Mr. Kataki wants to quit being a gangster?
He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He had only announced it recently out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks.
I wonder if this explains that apron. Can't imagine Waki going along with that.
He's highly motivated, isn't he?
That's not the word I would have used.
He said, I'll be the next big boss and I'll keep the family alive.
I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world.
Is she? How old is she?
21.
That's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kataki family's been making a killing recently.
Again, not the way I would have put it.
But Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Oh, a generation gap. They even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going on.
Usually it's the father that's worried about tradition. Can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus.
Apparently, yes.
I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops, something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doctor patching me up again.
Yes, it sounded horrible. Waki's always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid.
I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved.
Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it.
I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit.
I should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Miss Justice.
Right. Leave it to me.
Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous.
Sorry, I'm new at this, okay?
It's alright. I believe in you.
Where to begin? Let's go to Hickfield. Let's just start from the top and go down. Okay, all done. The Right Anything Agency. She's still trying to get in there. Looks like that old lady's at it again. Look, I told you yesterday the park's off limits.
And I told you yesterday this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go around up and give me $5 like yesterday?
The con artist strikes again. Okay, move again. Move into the clinic garage. Move into what? Okay, let's try the what? People Park. What am I doing? Oh, okay.
Looks like Waki's out for questioning.
I really need to talk to him. Guess we'll come back later.
Excuse me.
Yes?
The other suspect is all through with...
What?
The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir.
The other...
You mean the panty snatcher?
Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him, too. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I hope I don't regret this.
He is a valuable witness.
He's a bit precious, I'll give him that.
Please keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. I need to finish this paper. Yeah, it's you!
Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you.
Very well, as long as there are few.
Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole...
Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood.
How exactly?
Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more.
You wanted to know the trick to my panties, right? Oh my god, they could not be more on the nose.
You're here too? Oh, great Juicy, teach me.
Eh?
I must know the secret of your panties.
Oh my god, I can't... Why?
My very existence hangs in the balance. Please make me your apprentice.
Wow, this dude is beyond turbo virgin. This dude is beyond turbo virgin. Apollo, help! I don't know. I think he'd make a great, lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time?
Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there on the night in the park that night. Of this, I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol or something like that at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" from a trash can. And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true. Really? My panties are gone. My innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie?
Can't think of anything you'd want to hide more than panty snatching. True. Sounds like Waki was at the scene of the crime after all. Oh, I wish it weren't so. Where do I go with this? So one thing that I'm noting, and you can't see it from here, but let's just assume this is our park map, is that if the two were reversed, if Maractus was here and the killer was here, then the gunshot still could have hit him in the right temple. But that doesn't disprove Kataki's involvement. Oh, hello. Yipes, she's back.
Hey, you two, over here.
Us? Yo, Lil Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy.
Where'd you retrieve my bloomers?
Well, I was just doing...
Bah, man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't ya?
Yes, sir, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later.
But enough about bloomers, what about my son, Waki?
Waki? Well, he's...
Clearly.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster, dude.
Life doesn't have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys.
What? Don't look at me like that.
He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago.
Yes, we heard about the story from Walkie.
But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol, then he couldn't have shot anyone.
What?
He acts like he's hot, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know, I'm his mom.
Her words do have a certain weight to them.
Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out their differences.
The boss? You mean Walkie's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they?
It's true. One of our pistols is missing.
So the murder weapon was from this mansion. It's Alita. Calling it now, it's Alita. Wait, but no. I think it's Alita. I think it's Alita. We kind of figure, given the difficulty of obtaining guns these days.
None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it.
I see.
I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
He doesn't seem too concerned, at least.
Yeah, Walkie's fiance.
We're getting married next month, correct?
I suppose she's been staying over lately.
You don't look too happy about that, little plum.
How'd you guess?
Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her?
Walkie brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot.
I can see why. She's so pretty.
Oh, she's pretty enough, but you know... Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business for too long. You start to only see darkness in people. Get a nose for it. Nose for people, nose for trouble.
She's from the opposite gang, she probably shot Walkie. Maybe she shot... Maybe she shot Pal Maractus because she knew that he could save him. That's my theory right now. But then, why did she want him off the hook? It's like a gangster-only version of female intuition.
Boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him.
But Walkie seems, well, it seems like he's against his father's position.
That's to be expected. We're in a bit of transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do some more up on the up and up. Walkie isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true.
But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills?
Ha ha ha! It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
I see. Something must be out.
He'll see things the way the boss sees them someday.
I think a leader's involved, I just don't know how. Hey, it's Mr. Aldoon. Oh, Mr. Aldoon! What's wrong?
So you
What was his voice again?
So you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. But now it's a crime scene, they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go.
Oh, I see.
How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trusadol. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah.
Can't even cook an honest noodle.
He? Even in death, you mean the victim, Dr. Maractus?
I tell ya, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier.
Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood.
That stand for generations it served up the very best noodles us Eldunes could make. Tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's a history, I tell you.
Watch what you say or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Aldun. A single stand passed down from generation to generation.
Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it.
That's right, you said something about that. Said something about that, motherfucker. About you rebelling against your pops, was it?
Good memory, Trucy doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune.
Mr. Aldun, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef?
I let old noodles lie, that's what I say.
Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway.
He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that.
Yeah, he had a hand in it for sure. Mr. Aldun, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? Couldn't help but sense enmity there.
Enmity, I hate him. Or I hated him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in the mud.
Excuse me?
He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, huh? I'll tell you the secret to success. The mob.
You mean the Kataki family?
They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So we started giving the Kataki family a good deal.
A deal?
Every fifth operation for free. Stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say.
Could a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies?
Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark, after my neck in soupy noodles.
I think I figured out Mr. Eldun's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldun, or should I say Dr. Eldun?
Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor. Surgeon, until the year before last.
So Mr. Maractus was your rival? I don't know if that was the thing I was thinking of, or whatever.
Yeah, you like those onions they put in the soup broth?
Yeah, kind of.
Take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, why, that's just fine. For people who hate them. I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side. Getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him.
So you weren't exactly friends.
Me and Pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy.
I see.
That's right, I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. Then that no-good onion boy comes along.
Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that!
Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings.
No, it's fine.
By way of apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by.
Huh?
You're investigating Maractus, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, you want to know about a doctor? You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. Just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll.
Right, thanks, Mr. Eldun. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. I need to do a different voice for that guy.
I like green onions. I don't really like other types of onions, but I put them in almost everything. I put them in sauce and stuff because they need to be. I usually just chop up a shallot really, really fine so it kind of dissolves. It comes so mushy you can't even taste them. Oh, fuck, yeah, the fucking report. Jesus Christ, Aiden. Keep it together, dude. Nope, slow one. Percent. Sorry, Sonny boy. My interest is for my What? But fuck you, dude. What the hell? Oh, fuck you. Whatever. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me.
Hey, it's you two from yesterday.
That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday.
Your business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved.
But
What part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it.
no harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. God damn it, man. So this pistol belongs to the Kataki family, is that correct?
It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now.
Oh?
Police came yesterday, took everything. Everything but my broom.
Don't you think you should have given them that too?
You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom.
How about these?
Hey, my bloomers! Thanks for that. I owe you one.
I thought you might like them back, so...
Oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir?
Oh no, I couldn't, really, but I think I could use those in my magic panties act. I'll pull shivs and pieces and Godfathers out of them. Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. Shit. I can't present the report. It won't let me do that. I was hoping to meet with my client.
Waki Kataki's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out.
Great, finally.
Yo, sup, my little imposter? Hey, what did you call me? Sam, it's you! Sorry, G, I thought you were a leader. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a clink thing, you wouldn't understand. Did I just say imposter? I meant poster, like poster girl, alright? If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her a girl? Cause she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel, or a battle angel. So what can I do for? What can I do you for? You don't look so chipper today, Walkie. Worried about your heart condition, maybe? That was the wackest thing of all. Us G's lining up taking eye exams. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. Relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get a leader for me. You're my lawyer. Hey, are you? Lawyer, not gopher. Yeah, Alita did it. So I hear you're to be married next month. Straight up, we poured the no. What? We poured the nuptial 40 out in the stoop. What does that mean, dude? Alita, oh snapple cake, she's so fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. Foyne. Foyne? What the fuck? I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Yala, but she was very vague. Oh, well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past, she knows that. When I'm with the leader, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? And my leader, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past. Yeah, she shot him. Do you think you could tell us what happened to you with you and Palmeractus? There's something you should know. We Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Rivals company. So about 6 months back.
Hold on. Does the name work out with Rivals? Alita Rivals? Alita Rivals? Alita Rivals? Maybe? They usually make pun names, so Alita Rivals. I lead a rivals. I lead the rivals. I think it's I lead the rivals. I lead the rivals. That's my theory. I go into rivals' turf packing a knife, right? And you were shot? Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart, but my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kataki family, you know that? So you were taken to the Maractus clinic then? You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kataki's scary enough when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. The rivals paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. Life in the family is a G thing, it's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. Jesus Christ, they're close. But my old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul making money. Better to live fast and die young, folks. Shizzle. Wait till I run the yard, then everyone will know what time it is. That's right, OG time all the time. Represent. Paula, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. I think Alita's the murderer. I didn't mean to go there. Alita's got to be the murderer. I'm gonna go check out the park, but I think I might have more to do with Kataki. Yeah, more to do with Kataki. So what can I present to him? About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. I snuck them out that night. So the killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night was... Guess it was me. I was there after all. Ugh, we're finished. Yo, Waki. Do you think you can tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Huh? Day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet in my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Oh, I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Hey, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shorty, you're more whack than I am, and that's saying something. I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did him in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she trailed him and shot him. I just don't understand where it all comes together. There's still a piece missing. Yeah, whatever. Seems preoccupied. I'm not sure I even looked at my evidence. Alita, man, Alita. I don't know if there's more to do with Waki. No, there isn't. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him!" Yeah, well, not there. Wait, that motorcycle. Ah, it is in their forehead! Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool! That's the screams. New album just came out, you know? Try waving to them, they love it. Oh, he's so cute! They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? I was on my way home when my hog gave up its ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break from just that. Ah, it's just my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clogs the exhaust and they won't run. Ah, machines. Tell me you share my angst there, forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. Ah, in any event, I'm off to get to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. The detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, she's in a foul mood too. Be gentle. Oh, Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen, baby. Wiedersehen? What? Hold on. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, Wiedersehen. Oh, it's goodbye. Oh my god, there he goes! Auf Wiedersehen. The forecast for the day, for the park today, gloomy skies. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Okay. Huh? Does something about the scene look different to you? Footprint there. Blue tarp, yeah. The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The White Fox detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there! If you're gonna talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky, hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kit and I can't get the stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous flop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? Jesus Christ, I'm losing it, guys. More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. Speaking of distracting, I guess I'll just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm gonna test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? That's definitely not okay. I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right? A prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glimmerous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. Interesting. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his... But let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that. Oh, you want to know? Do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right, the ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever want to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty snatching student witness, for example? Aha, so with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Huh, are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, psh, we're your friends. And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. I guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Yes? Yes, we should. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for our kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints at the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe prints, prepare to be examined. Ooh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just touch the screen where you want to pour the plaster, like this. That doesn't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over.
Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just touch to direct the dryer. Of course. There. Give it a shot.
Pour your white liquid into her exam. God damn it.
Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now and roll it up and down. Keep going until you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right now, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Oh. Interesting. Let's see if we get a match. Of course his shoes look like that, naturally. Kitaki, okay. Okay. Interesting. Compare.
Pour your white liquid into her hole.
So the shoe prints belong to Wakikitaki after all. He was in the park in the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better.
She's definitely way more into this than I am.
Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case with science.
Well, that certainly brightened her mood. More, please. I want to do all more.
Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on, leave no print unanalyzed, I say.
Okay, so I have a feeling I know what the red one is, but so we'll start with the green one.
Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's, student. Right there. Okay, so that checks out. Is that supposed to be like the Nike symbol? So the shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least.
Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing.
Now, for the last one. And if I'm right,
I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science.
if I'm right, these won't match anything. Because we found shoes earlier, right? We found there was a pair of green slippers in the bin. So if I'm right, these aren't going to match anything.
Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. Huh, that's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking at this that the print does not match any print on our list. A mystery print. Now... This trash can. This is where we found